Joining us today is an industry titan who has completely reshaped the way we think about life insurance. Rob Haynie, the CEO of Life Insurance Settlements, has spent more than 30 years helping people unlock millions in value from their policies. He's built a multi-million-dollar company with over 40 team members and is recognized as one of the top leaders in the field. Rob, I know, has a passion for sharing that life insurance policy isn't just a necessary evil. It's actually a powerful financial tool. And he has a podcast, Unlocking the Hidden Value of Your Life Insurance, and of course, a popular newsletter as well. Welcome to the show, Rob. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Rob, 3 decades in the life insurance settlements industry. For those who aren't familiar with it, can you explain what a life settlement is and why it's a financial strategy people should be aware of?
Sure. So a life insurance policy is an asset that you own, and many people don't know that. So typically when you buy it when you're a lot younger for a specific set of needs, and as you get older, those needs seem to dissipate, and you're left there holding a life insurance policy and wondering what you should do with it because you don't want to pay for it anymore. So most people are going to lapse or surrender that policy, and our job is to educate you that you can sell that policy. So a policy that you don't want, don't need, or can't afford, you can go out to the marketplace and there's a buyer that will look at your life expectancy coupled out with how much the policy costs going forward for them to keep it, and they'll give you a percentage of death benefit today while you're alive to use it for whatever needs you have at that particular time.
Fascinating. And you've been a leader in this industry for 30 plus years. How have you seen the financial services business and specifically the life settlements market adapt to recent disruptions? And what advice do you have for other business owners navigating similar change?
Well, I wouldn't say we had anything in terms of a disruption in the sense it was actually a good time for us to educate people because people were home. So being on shows like yours, radio shows and podcasts across the country, we were able to reach them when they were kind of static, just sitting still, and explain to them in full detail what exactly a life settlement is. So I don't know if you know this or not, but 90% of every life insurance policy that's ever been issued is either lapsed or surrendered. So selling your policy is very rare. So there's a lot of folks that don't know they can do it. I would bet it's probably 95% of the population have literally no idea you can sell your policy.
And that's a great segue because I know you've built your business on the idea of education, making a very complex topic simple for your clients. And I appreciate those statistics. I did not know that. So put me into that number over there. How has this focus on client education served as a business strategy to help you build trust and grow to a multi-million-dollar company?
Wasn't easy. I'm actually going to be the chair of the Life Insurance Settlement Association, so that's our leading charge there is to educate consumers and financial planners alike that this asset exists. The funny thing, and it's not funny, I shouldn't even say that, is that most people, as we mentioned, don't know about it, but there's others that do know about it and are prohibited from even telling you that you can do it, which I think is tantamount to a crime. But we're trying to work on that one relationship at a time by explaining to them you have fiduciary duty to do what's in the best interest of your client. And that is, of course, educating them about the possibility of selling a life insurance policy if he or she is going to let that policy lapse or worse, or surrender for the cash value. So that's what we've done.
Yeah, education, and I appreciate your commitment to, again, really having that responsibility for your clients. I know you've talked often on the idea of future-proofing your legacy. You've been on, of course, on your own podcast and many other shows like this one, but you often talk about future-proofing your legacy through these strategies. Can you share a specific example of how a life settlement has helped a family or a business owner preserve their wealth and leave a lasting legacy?
Well, I'll give you a good one, which is happening more often than probably was happening 5 years ago. And what is happening is folks are taking the proceeds of a life settlement and they're using it to age in place in an existing home that they own outright. Folks before would sell their home, take the cash, and move into assisted living facility or a retirement community. And if you haven't priced one of those recently, I don't think it's any different than going into the Four Seasons for the rest of your life. It's expensive. So taking this money, talking about future-proofing your legacy, the family that owns the house, mom and dad are still in the home. The home is still there. That equity isn't going anywhere. But you've changed the home in the way that mom and dad used to live in it. You moved the bedroom from upstairs to downstairs. You've built some ramps to get in and out, provided that they would need a wheelchair at some future date and time, and that you widened some hallways and maybe did some things to the bathroom, walk-in tubs, etc. So mom and dad can live in a house they're familiar with, not dump all the money that they worked their entire life for into the hands of some gigantic corporation that runs a assisted living facility. And then when they pass on at some point in time, the family has the home. It's an asset they haven't gotten rid of. So I think that's been the most promising thing for us, is that people like that idea. They thought of it, I didn't, but I certainly educate a lot of folks that that's an option for them. A lot of them like it.
Yeah, I'm chatting with Rob Haynie. He's the CEO of Life Insurance Settlements. Rob, this has been fantastic, and I want to give the final minute over to you. You've been in business for quite a while. What's the most valuable piece of advice you've received about building a successful business, and how can we reach you if we want to learn more from you and your team?
Sure. So I'll start very easily, is to never give up and to always be thinking about tomorrow. And what I mean by that is every day I come to the office, I pretend it's the first day I ever walked in here, and I try and build that enthusiasm into my day. So we're around 24/7, 365 at Life Insurance Settlements. Our website is www.lisettlements.com. My email is rob@lisettlements.com, and my cell phone number, which you can reach me anytime you like, is 954-599-4433.
Rob Haynie, Life Insurance Settlements, thanks so much for coming on the air. We're going to have you back on real soon. Appreciate the advice. Appreciate all of the strategy. We'll be right back and get down to business.
Thank you.